Hey guys, I've got something a little bit different for you today. It's just talking about books and book-related things. Now, if you don't really read books, you really should, because it's like a film or TV show or a game. The story in that, except so much better and lasts so much longer. And like I've started reading a new book now that Josh recommended to me. It's by Peter V. Brett, and it's called The Painted Man. Hopefully that's in frame, in shot. If you're not sure about books and the storylines and stuff, like let me just explain to you in like the gist of this series that I've just started reading. And by the way, I've read 100 pages in like I don't know one day. It's not loads. I just read it in bed for like far too long, like 4 hours. Sat there reading for like 3 or 4 hours, just like I should really go to sleep. An hour later, I should really go to sleep. An hour later, the gist of the story is essentially there's demons in the world, and every single night, the crack of night, and as soon as dawn happens, as soon as sun's over, they go. But every night, demons come out of the ground, and the only way to stop them is by writing wards. Like so imagine my house. Like it's my house, and I write wards all around the outside of the house, like in a square or circle, and then that puts a magical shield around the house, and then the demons can't break down. But if something smudges the ward, or like a drip of water smudges it, some wind knocks it over, so it's now like facing the wrong way, that type of thing, the shield is now gone, and my house would get destroyed that night, and I'd probably die. There's no way to damage them or anything like that. And there's no way to fight them, so the human race is basically very close to extinct, and they're like barely alive, as it were. There's tiny towns, and then there's a couple cities, and that's all that's really known. And there's this one guy who finds how to fight them, how to fight demons, and it's through warding, but he writes the wards on himself, like offensive wards. Like, so imagine a ward on a weapon, so he puts a ward on a sword, and that sword can now cut a demon and do damage to a demon if it's the right, writing, and all that. But this guy doesn't do that. No, he fucking tattoos himself, like he literally covers himself in these wards like a tattooed man, and beats the shit out of demons with his fists. I don't know if it's just me being like a guy or whatever, but that's so fucking cool to me. That's so exciting, and I've just been reading the absolute shit out of it. Now on to a different topic of note. I find when reading, it's very hard to read when wearing sunglasses. I'm trying to reread the same sentence for 10 minutes now. It's just a blur. No, that's better. Confuse sunglasses with glasses. I often do that. I don't do that. It's just a bad joke. So I hope you enjoyed this little sort of vlog thing. Just letting you know that I'm reading this. Like I say, it's by Peter V. Brett. I guess I'll put an annotation or something, or like in the description if you're interested in the story. And the first book is called The Painted Man. There's currently 3 books out right now in a 5-book series, and I've just started. Obviously, I've got the other one in this here. I believe it's called. Let me just check. It is called The Desert Spear. And that's the second book. I don't know the name of the third one, but I'll obviously find out when I get to it. And I'm really hoping by the time I've finished the third one, the fourth one's out, but I'll be lucky. I'll be lucky. I thought I'd just sort of share this with you, my like excited feelings over reading another new book finally, because I was reading, like, hopefully some of you knew about it, I was reading Aragon, or The Inheritance Cycle, whichever you want to call it. There's 4-book series, and I finished it, and after that I tried to read Terry Pratchett's Colour of Magic, and obviously it's very interesting and I'm not against it, it's just cool, and I will read it eventually. It's just after a story, like a world so built up like that, just ending, I just wanted something really good, something that gripped me, and that's like a weird different universe with like humour, and you really have to pay attention and be open-minded, and I went into it and I'm just like, I want this to be really gripping, and I just had to take a step away from reading for a little bit, because it was just too good, and then it ended and it was bad. And then when Josh like explained what I explained to you just now, it just made me excited, and I just went out. I went and got the books, and I just, fuck yes, I am so happy to be reading again. So if you don't read, please give it a go. Just give it a go. Get any book. The book that I'm talking about right now is an adult book, so if you're a bit younger of age, I wouldn't really recommend starting on that. Hell, I fucking love it, and it's technically a children's book. Start on Aragon. Start on Aragon if you're new to books. Oh my god. So good. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this sort of vloggy type review thing. I don't really know. I just felt like doing it. I like doing random stuff every now and then. Alright, guys. See you next time.